Alright, so I'm gonna um, show you how I draw and my general drawing process. This isn't well, it's not me trying to teach you how to draw, it's just never truthfully drawn in front of anyone, so no one really has an idea of how I draw. Now obviously for this piece I've already finished the pencil work, and it's a piece I draw most of mine from a dream. Now I'm going to do what I think is the most important bit, and then I'll do another video where I show you how I do the pencil work and the sketching. But for now I'm going to show you how the piece gets generally transformed from this into exactly how it was in my dream. Well, almost exactly, just by using pen. I'm going to put my earphone in because I need the music. Let's get started. Usually I'm not very good with eyes, but this one has gone fairly well, I think. Though one can never be sure. Make the eyelashes symmetrical, slightly curly, slightly big. And I'm going to make it a little bit surreal, blackening out those weird red bits everyone has the side of their eyes. Let's do the eyebrow. It's nice one, more like a woman for some strange reason. Let's do the ear. I'm a great lover of detail in work. Maybe it's just, I personally believe it's because of my lack of actual skill. Detail sort of hides that. Well, some people obviously disagree with me because they also use detail but like to pretend they also have skill. Don't like it when people like me come along and say, well, really, it's kinda cheating, because I do it too, and I feel like a cheat. Like, say these lips here, I originally drew in these lips, they look like absolute horse shit. So I'm going to redo them. This might be the bad pen, actually. Good pen. So what should we do instead? Good thick line. I'm thinking I'll take the jaw all the way up. Now I'll do the teeth. Trying to get a bit of 3D in there. Didn't truthfully work that well. I'm very pessimistic of my own work. Of many things. Exceptionally pessimistic. And often cynical, which is always a good thing to be. Well, I believe it is anyway. So, really, I do make this mistake a lot. I should have drawn the teeth fatter than they were in order to get this right, because now they look like there's a big gap between them, but I'm just going to have to deal with that, aren't I? Yeah. Here's what I think, what should I do next? I'm trying to remember it, and I think, right, I know I had cracked lips. Let's just get a few cracks in there. They seem starting to look more weird now, because just that cracking kind of makes you confused. One, how are the teeth sitting there? Well, I'm just going to pass it off as a shadow. Be thinking like, ooh, maybe his lips have fallen off, and actually my lips, I think, had been burnt off. And that's just how the teeth were. So, which bit was next? Collar, yes. So, let's make the centre point here. That one. Ah, shit. That happens a lot. I make mistakes and I have to sort of work around them. That was way too big. So So what I'm trying to do here, bollocks, is make a fucking right thing rather than absolutely ballsing it up for one thing. I'm trying to make a collar, like a spiked collar with a kind of 3D effect, I guess. It's worked out horrendously badly, as per the norm, but then that's what you get for working in pen. What's next? Shit. And also my hand hurts, I don't know why, I swear to God, my whole arm hurts. Yes, rest of the neck, let's get that in. Burping, that's also a good artistic outlet. Burping everywhere. Right, now I had no hair, I remember that, but I think I had markings on my forehead, so I can just go with a simple skull that I fucked up monumentally. Get that spine in there, just those little bumps. And then the markings. Now the markings are quite hard to remember because they're quite detailed, so I usually do, which is I get down the basics and then I improvise the rest of it in, as close an approximation as I can. So in my head is sort of and this is a lot of being an artist right here. So look, with sort of an arrow like that, reminiscent of the one in Avatar, but goes on not as far. Gets split here, sort of like a bill hook there, which leads to like the end of a broadsword kind of thing. So now on the arrow, it's quite a sort of a pattern. I think it was scales. Why I love scales. Probably why I appear in my dreams so much, because I love to do them exactly how I'm doing them currently, which it's unusual. It's an unusually pleasurable activity, making scales, because there's a few different techniques you can use to do them. I love the effect they give. I haven't mastered how to, like, create shading with them, because I'm a dimwit. But I do absolutely adore the effect they have, because by doing this it gives the piece a lot more something or other and smart artisty talk and stuff that would go in an essay. Yeah. It's a very time consuming activity, especially when you do a huge piece, and it's like say I drew a dragon on the wall. My mind sort of goes, well, the whole thing's going to have to be covered in scales, and some people are like, why don't you just do scales on some bits for like a scale effect? I'm like, well, if it was a scale effect, I'd draw all the fucking scales. I say some people would say that, my brain says that and then argues with itself and goes, why would you do that, you idiot? Right, what do I do now? I'm getting a hole. Now this is like a jack. I don't know what a jack truthfully looks like, so I'm just going to guess. It's kind of like a jack, eh? Get those entry points in the skin. And then, ooh, I really want to improve this here, but I know that if I do, it will probably get a lot worse, because that often happens when I do work. It just sort of goes down the drain exceptionally fast, and I usually throw it away. Now, the next bit was, I think, I'm only doing the head and the neck, by the way, so, because I truthfully don't know how to draw a body from this angle. The side, really I should, but it's just not anything I've ever tried to do properly. Right. I know there was a texture here, but what was it? I think it was like this. So yeah, a big part of the way I work is working straight into pen, which is kind of a gamble, but I think, well, I've been told, it's how I was taught by the good teachers, that it makes you more brave and more trusting in your own hand, because obviously you can't rub out pen. If you use Tipp-Ex, it just looks like a steaming pile of horse shit. Bollocks. Yeah, patterns, love patterns, all sorts of patterns. Gotta stop my eyes on focusing, because that's not good. Yeah, sometimes I'll be doing a really big piece of work and I'll make a mistake, and that's often where the detail also comes in, because if you do a lot of detail, then truthfully you can sort of draw the eye away from the mistakes, or in this case I appear to be drawing the eye towards the massive mistake of the collar. Well done me. Well, that's a massive problem. Fucking not drying pen is a fucking massive problem. I ruined so much work by leaning on it. Always start from the left and go to the right if you're right-handed. You're working in a pen like this. Yeah, there we go. I kind of want to make that more 3D, but I can't. I should have really drawn that first. That's another thing that happens. I go straight into pen and then fuck something up monumentally and think to myself, well, I wish I could change that. Okay, so now I'm just kind of looking around, seeing if I've missed bits, if bits kind of need to be added on. Let's put that there. Yeah, that was good. And then, well, for me, that's pretty much done. Unless I want to colour it, or add more, or add a body, or a background. I never add a background, I really should start doing that. That's pretty much all I do. And all the other thing is, there's a horrible wait as I wait for the ink to dry, and I'm trying to assess whether it's dried or not to rub away the pencil. Now, it could be that the ink is wet and shiny, or it could be that the pencil marks are shiny under the ink. So I'm just gonna... don't die! Come on, come on. Yes! Haha, no smudges. That is literally the worst bit. There we go. And there we have straight character from a dream, and it's only been a few minutes, so yeah, not bad, eh? I think. So that was me doing like details and working in things from my imagination, and what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do it straight from sketching, so the process of me remembering something or imagining something and getting it down onto the paper, which is a very improvised process with the pencil. So yeah, guess you can look forward to that. Don't know who's looking forward to that other than me, but you know.